have just finished today the APEC that here in Gyeongju. Gyeongju. It is actually. Have you? Were you able to walk around Gyeongju? Ang ganda dito. Hindi ko, wala akong, never pa ako nakapunta rito. Hindi ko alam ganun pala kaganda rito. Anyway, that's why kami yung mga kasama namin, yung mga leader, sabi kailangan natin bumalik dito as a civilian. So para we can look around. Anyway, so we just finished that. And this afternoon, we witnessed the turnover of the chair of APEC from Korea, the Republic of Korea, and now to the People's Republic of China. So China is going to host the APEC for the next year. It was actually a very productive meeting, and because the subjects that were taken up are some of the most important and difficult subjects that the Asia Pacific countries are facing. Of course, trade led the subject matters, but of course, many other things came in about the cooperation between countries for AI. What are the directions that we should take? What are in terms of climate control, climate change? What can we do? How do we finally figure out the loss and damage type issues for that. And but mostly really it was an economic discussion on what are the things that we can do, because if you heard the leaders' meetings, almost all of us opened with, we are facing very precarious times. The analysis is pretty universal. So those were the strategies that were being proposed, which was very interesting because we have Mexico and Chile all the way from Latin America. Of course, we had most of the ASEAN leaders here as well. You had many of those who were in ASEAN also there. The U.S. was here. President Trump did not attend the APEC, but mostly he came here for the meeting with President Xi Jinping. Secretary Lutnick was the one who represented him here. Almost all the ASEAN nations, and it was very interesting to hear from the different perspectives, and that's really the use of this of these kinds of summits. And as usual, I took advantage of the free time between meetings to have as many conversations with as many of them as many of the leaders and even some of the ministers about any subject. It's always very interesting to see the other points of view and how people's perspectives are on the world condition and all that. So that I think has been it. Put it this way: I'm going home. All of us are going back to Manila with a lot of ideas to think about and some work to do to develop those ideas. And I think that that will be a good that is a good reason for having these summits. So I'm very happy, despite the fact that it was a very tight schedule because we just came back. We just came back from ASEAN, from KL, and we went almost directly here. But nonetheless, it's worth the fatigue and the sleep starvation. That's not important anymore.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first question will be from Anna from GMA Online News.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, may we know what's the wisdom behind the creation po ng Task Force Philippines between the Philippines and the United States?
Because it is basically it's organizing ourselves into a more cohesive unit in terms of the protection of the freedom of navigation in the South China Sea, the West Philippine Sea for us. So yun lang naman yun. Because it's members of the military, they have to establish procedure so as to be able to operate together. And iba yung participants ngayon eh. Iba yung vessels na pinadala ng Amerika, iba yung gagamitin ng Navy natin. So we had to put together a new structure to make maximum use of the time that we are doing these exercises.
Sir, quick follow-up lang po. How will this new task force be different sa iba pa po nating partnership with the US? And do you see this as a mechanism that will ease the tension and aggressive actions of China in the West Philippine Sea?
Well, at the very least, what is the difference is because the vessels are different. So, may carrier group, merong tayo rin, meron silang ano. So we have to work. We have to learn how to work with a different set of parameters, military parameters, and that was the basic difference. It will not lower. It will not. Sorry. It is. It will. I hope it will lower the tensions in West Philippine Sea. It will certainly not heighten them, because it's not something new. Wala namang bagong ginagawa. Nagkaka-heightening lang of tension kapag may sumubok ng bago. Dati hindi ginagawa, bigla na lang gagawin. Yun, magkaka-tension. And that's not what's going to happen here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next question from Daryl Sierra from PNA.
Good evening, sir. Sir,
Hi.
could you share lang po the key outcomes of your bilateral meeting with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung?
Yeah.
Ano pong maasahan natin from the meeting in terms of investment, security, and defense cooperation? Thank you, sir.
Well, of course, I had to meet the new president because bago nga siya, hindi pa kami nagkakilala. I had only been able when he was when he newly took office. All I was able to do was give him a telephone call, and this is the first time I met him was in KL, pero sandali lang so we made the point that we have a bilateral meeting. Well, in the bilateral meeting, I'm happy to say that the cooperation between the Republic of Korea and the Philippines will continue at the very least, and we have found many other ways where it can even be developed, intensified, deepened, and that is something that is always to the good. And you know that Republic of Korea has always been very supportive of the Philippines. They are helping us with equipment for our modernization of our military. They are also helping us with joining our exercises. And beyond defense and security, if you will do a little research, the Korean Exim Bank has so many projects in the Philippines na talagang nakakatulong sa atin. Because they have a very good idea of what the Philippines needs. Hindi lang sinasabi, some institutions will say, we will finance you only if you do this. Kung yung if only you do this is hindi naman bagay sa atin, hindi natin na ano. Sila, they are very knowledgeable about the issues that we have to face in terms of infrastructure development, in terms of digitalization, in terms of all of those manufacturing. And so that, again, is what we discussed. And I said, I hope it continues because maganda naman yung ang ating partnership. Hindi nagkakagulo, maayos ang trabaho. You are hiring very many people. You are transferring the newest technology to us. So that is all again to the advantage of both Korea and the Philippines. So maganda talagang usapan namin, and it turns out that his niece is married to a Filipino. Yeah, kaya sabi we have a special connection. So I invited him, of course, to the Philippines, and I hope he will be able to come.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The nephew is married to my niece. Sabi niya, my niece is a is a Filipina.
Salamat po, Mr. President. The next question from Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Naku, nahilo na.
Kulang din sa tulog, sir. Sir, you earlier mentioned that you're keeping a close eye on the meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and U.S. President Donald Trump. What key points in their meeting do you feel that will impact the Philippines most and is most of concern to you?
Well, I'd love to know, but parang we haven't gotten very much information out of either side, either the American side or the. Meron ba kayo anong balita ninyo? I'll ask you. Baka kasi you monitor the news. Ano bang nangyari sa meeting nila?
Does that count as my follow-up question na?
Kaya hindi na
Yeah. Sir, basically-
lahat nung nakikichismis ako, lahat nung mga leaders, may alam ka ba? May alam anong nabalitaan mo? And it so happened during the round table, ang katabi ko si Secretary Lacnic. Kami ang dalawa. So I kept pushing him. I said, can you share some? Yeah, but I was very, very, very tight-lipped about it. So it's very hard. The best information I got says that they have declared peace for at least a year. So the trade war will be less intense, at least for a year, or at least that's the agreement. And pag nung sinasabi sa amin yon, sabi, well, for ang usapan nila for a year, we hope it lasts a year. So do we. But medyo nakahinga ang buong mundo ng kaunti dahil na medyo nagkaayusan. Kahit na hindi kompleto, nagkaayusan ang dalawang pinakamalaking ekonomiya sa buong mundo, China at saka US. So yes, I think in the end, it was good that they met, and it was good that they came to some conclusions. We are waiting to see more, trying to get more information. We'll see how it impacts the Philippines, our trade deals with the U.S., our trade deals with China, and I guess within ASEAN and within APEC. It really affects the entire world.